Hey, what's up YouTube, it's Razor. So, I got a deck here. I'm going to call this deck Deck Out Tricks. It revolves around decking out your opponent. Cards like Needleworm, Book of Eclipse, and most importantly, Ghost Trick Skeleton. And I'll go over Ghost Trick Skeleton's effect later. At the end, after this duel, I will do a deck profile of this deck, so you can check out the deck profile after this duel. If you want to see the cards that are in this deck. Alright, so he's going to MST. He's going to Instant Fusion, bring out that guy. He's going to XYZ, and I'm going to Blackhorn that. So I bet you're wondering why I summoned Frost. Why would I put Frost on the field? You'll see later on. Alright, I got Skeleton. I'm going to set Skeleton now. And I'll go over Skeleton's effect next turn. But basically, flip it over. And you're going to be able to move, play cards from the top of your opponent's deck equal to how many face-up Ghost Trick monsters are on the field. Alright, so we can go for Black Rose, and I Blackhorn the Black Rose. Alright, so now it's not going to remove the top three, but he Breakthrough skilled anyway. But that's why I play Ghost Trick Frost and Ghost Trick Mary. Generally, you wouldn't want to play them though. That's usually a bad idea to summon them guys. You want to keep them in your hand. But since I have Skeleton, I'm going to go ahead and summon them and all that. Alright, so he's going to special summon like crazy. Alright, I got Mary's effect, so that'll allow me to get Skeleton. Alright, he's going to destroy my Skeleton with that card. Roll my Giancy at a Spectre. Alright, he's going to go BLS on my Book of Eclipse. But he uses Compulse on his BLS, return to the hand. So we got to draw 3 cards from Book of Eclipse. So I'm going to be able to add Skeleton with my Gianchi. Breakthrough skill is BLS. Because I need my Skeleton alive. And now I'm going to be able to flip over all my cards. I'm going to flip Skeleton last for good reason. Now I'll be able, whenever Skeletons flip, I'll be able to send the top 5 cards of this deck to the graveyard, as you saw there. And each turn I can do that. Send the top 5 cards of my opponent's deck to the grave. Unless, of course, he gets destroyed. And now I have Spirit Barrier to prevent battle damage. Now I got Book of Eclipse, put them all face down. In my turn, they're all flipped face up. And then they draw. And I win because of deck out. Now I'll do the deck profile. Alright, I'm back. And I got the deck profile here for you. The deck I just used. Yeah, I like to call this deck out tricks. That's what I'm going to call it. But basically, it revolves around Skeleton. And Skeleton's effect is, when this card is normal summon, or cannot be normal summon unless you control a Ghost Trick monster. Once per turn you can change this card Face down defense precision. When this card is flipped face up, banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck face down up to the number of Ghost Trick monsters you control. You can only use the effect of Ghost Trick Skeleton once per turn. So let's say you have 5 Ghost Tricks in the field. You have all full field, and you flip this guy over. You can banish the top 4 cards in their deck, or the top 5 cards in their deck, as long as you flip the other ones first. So let's say you have 4 other Ghost Tricks face down. Be sure to flip them first. Like let's say you have Gianchi, Frost, Lantern, and Mary face down. Let's just say that. And then the other face down is Skeleton. Be sure to flip like Mary, Lantern, then Frost, then flip your Gianchi, and then flip Skeleton last. So that way you'll be able to send the top 5 cards of their deck to the graveyard. So you want to try to have as many Ghost Tricks face up as you can before you flip this guy. And then we got Gianchi here, just to add a Ghost Trick to your hand. Needleworm to send the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. You got your Frost to attack directly and all that. You can put the card face down. You got Lantern. To attack directly, you can negate 1 attack. Spectre. And then Mary. Mary's going to help you get out Skeleton. Whenever you take battle damage, and you will take battle damage because of this card right here. I'll go into that later. But you'll be guaranteed to take battle damage. And then you'll be able to special summon any Ghost Trick. So you can special summon Skeleton if you want to. Got 3 terraformings to add this card to your hand. Ghost Trick House. I'll go into that after this. Book of Eclipse. It basically changes all face-up monsters on the field to face down defense precision. And then your opponent, at the end of the turn, they all go back to face up. And then your opponent draws 1 card for each card they flip back face up. So that's pretty good. It could be bad though, so you gotta be careful when you use it and all that. So just be careful when you use this card, because giving your opponent draw power is very bad. Ghost Trick House. It basically says monsters cannot attack face down defense precision monsters, but can attack directly if all monsters their opponent controls are face down defense precision. All effect damage and battle damage inflicted by monsters other than Ghost Trick monsters is halved. So yeah, it's very good. So they won't be able to attack your cards. So the only way they're going to be able to get rid of this card is either Breakthrough Skillet or Fiendish Chain, or just something to negate its effect, or like Nobleman of the Cross out or something like that. Spirit Barrier. As long as you control a monster, you take no battle damage. So let's say they attack directly. Play Spirit Barrier, no battle damage. Also, another card you could have in here is Death's Counterblow. Destroy any monster that inflicts battle damage to a player's life points by attacking directly. So, if you want this instead of Spirit Barrier, you can do that. It's up to you. I prefer to stay alive though, so I put Spirit Barrier in here. But if you're not really worried about staying alive, then you can go ahead and put Death's Counterblow in here. You could also put in Big Ol' Knave as well. Just like Death's Counterblow, except it returns it to the hand instead of destroying it. 3 Magic Drains to stop MST. And other problematic cards like Sylvan Charity, there's other spells. There's a lot of people who use like Trade-In and stuff, and just anything to stop draw power or MST and stuff like that. And then of course breakthrough skill, it's obvious, to stop effects that destroy stuff. And Blackhorn to stop special summons. And that's it for this deck. It's deck out tricks. There's a new card here. What is this card? I've never seen this card before. Goblin Beggar. Add one Goblin card from your deck to your hand unless your opponent adds one card from their... Huh. That's weird. Alright, anyway. Yeah, this is deck out tricks. And I don't need this in here because I don't know why I don't have any level 2 ghost tricks. So, I don't know why Succubus is even in there. And I don't usually use this guy anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, this has been Deck Out Tricks at Deck and Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out my other guides and videos on my channel. Please subscribe. Later.